And for
Good evening and welcome to tonight's presentation of Noche La NBA, an annual tradition in the NBA celebrating diversity and culture, and always a pleasure to bring it to you. And our broadcast team tonight, Greg Anthony here to my left and Steve Smith to my right, and the Hall of Famer David Aldridge along the sideline. And now Washington's starting group. And at the forward positions, Avdia and Kuzma. Jordan Poole is out there with Kispert. And it's Bagley in at the center, locking down the middle. And for the Heat, they've got Jordan. He's out there with Russell Westbrook. Kobe is out there with the great one. And coming down the back nine of the NBA season, Steve, the second half, what are the contending teams most focused on at this point of the year?
It's about keeping their rhythm, adding a little bit more each day, maintaining. Health, you want to be ready to go once the playoffs arrive. That's the big thing, though, rhythm.
And so the tip-off, it's Miami. Outside Westbrook, pass to the great one. Shot clock at 5. Lays it up off the glass. The great one's got the first points up on the board for the Heat.
And the fireworks begin. Should be an amazing show tonight.
How good is it to see the first one go through the net?
Stolen by Westbrook. Pass to the great one. Stolen by Kispert. Here's Kuzma. They get the rebound. Kispert kicks to Kuzma. That one off the back iron and out. And it's Miami's ball. They went to Washington for the last meeting with the Wizards, and they came out with a win.
Not a close contest either. The last time they got together, everyone in the rotation played solid, and the bench was the difference.
Great scoring output from that second unit. Such a luxury to have that extra ammunition.
And here is Poole, following the three-pointer by Michael Jordan. Pass to Avdia. Here's Kuzma. Here's the three. The Wizards with another miss. Left side, Jordan. So first quarter just over a minute and a half in. Shot up 2 there. Jordan's got 5 points so far.
And don't look now, but they're starting to extend this lead.
They're doing it by building it out, step by step, valuing each possession.
And here we go with Westbrook running it up the court. He kicks it to Jordan. Driving to the basket. Bucket number 3. He's a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
You see the game plan is working already. 4 straight makes to start this one.
Greg, it seems like the Wizards have been trying to find their edge against tough teams.
Yeah, and the first question is, which end does it happen on, offense or defense? Because you can win tough games by being great at either.
6 to shoot. Here's Poole. Here's Bagley. They can't stop the run with that one.
Yeah, slow start right now. 5 straight misses to get this one going.
Jordan looking it over. And there's the drive. And then slammed in by Jordan.
You won't find a much more entertaining sight. I call that slam dunk contest level.
So timeout called here, the first for the Wizards. They defeated Charlotte in their last game.
Well, it helps when your opponent makes that many mistakes. I thought that was the story of the game.
There were some unforced errors, but they also created some mistakes through their intensity on both ends.
Now Heat leading by 11. From deep, Bryant, and the Heat, another three.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
And it's helped them build an early lead. They just need to stay aggressive.
And the ball goes out of bounds, last touched by Poole. And now let's see who the NBA's hottest shooters have been in the second half of the season. Well, you look at Antetokounmpo, leading the league in field goal percentage. He always gets good looks. And, of course, Michael Jordan, several spots down. Also someone that shoots at such a high percentage, top 5 in the league.
What a shooting exhibition it's been for these two players during that stretch. I mean, nearly automatic for both.
Launches it, and the three ball is good.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooting.
Now, here's Avdia, guarded by Kobe. Now, here's Kispert. He picked up 15 points in their last win against Charlotte. And another miss by Washington. Miami leading by 17. For three, Westbrook off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Crushing it right now. They've done an excellent job of spacing the floor.
If you love analytics, this is what this is all about. They favor the three ball. You can pile up points in a hurry.
Time called here. The Wizards decide to talk it over.
Let's see if Coach can get them back on the right track.
Because right now it feels like the pace is being dictated to them. They need to go back to playing their brand of basketball.
Now, here's Poole. He really played well in that last game against Charlotte. Outside, Bagley. And again, Washington, no good.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open. Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for Miami.
They came out firing from deep. It's always good for a team's confidence when you can start a game that hot.
And another thing, guys, they've been very active tonight, frequently creating scoring opportunities off turnovers.
And so Poole will bring it up for the Wizards. Still without a basket in the game. Fades and shoots. And it's Bagley that time on the assist from Poole.
Yeah, and Bagley has the reputation for showing variety. Can score in a different way on each possession.
From deep, Jordan. And again, Miami with the triple.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Now, here's Poole. Still yet to score. Here's the great one, guarded by Kuzma. The great one passes to Westbrook. Here's the great one, and the Heat, another three.
And they are shooting the lights out from distance here early.
Poole against Westbrook. Poke loose, stolen by Westbrook. And here's the fast break. Jordan leading the way. It's blocked.
Though he won't block a lot of shots, Kyle with terrific defense that time. I'm amazed at the level of creativity by Russell Westbrook. His dunks are special. He's an outstanding athlete.
Here's Poole. With an average of around 19.5 points a game, his scoring has been a constant for them. And the pass to Kuzma. Back to Poole. It's tipped. Shot clock at 6. It's blocked. And another fast break for Miami. Miami running. The tray. The great one with the bucket. The great one's got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for Miami.
The defense is in disbelief here. Triple after triple.
Poole with it. Scoreless thus far. Bagley finds Kuzma. Over Westbrook, and it's blocked by Jordan.
And one of the league's most effective shot blockers from that guard position. Jordan can do it in help defense or on the ball. Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
This has been an impressive performance tonight. Even with a big lead, they've maintained their focus.
Here's Poole. The Heat getting the bucket. Passes it to Kuzma. Nice ball movement by Washington. There's the feed to Bagley. Looking to end the run. And it's Miami with the rebound.
And you know there had to be some pressure on Marvin Bagley when he came into the league.
Yeah, GA, not only being the #2 overall pick, but coming from an NBA family. His grandfather was in the NBA as well.
Building up a big early lead, they have taken charge of this game.
Play calling has been fantastic. They've been a step ahead of the defense since the opening tip.
So it's Washington now, following the score by Miami. Avdia, the pass to Bagley. Poole with no one around. The three-pointer off the mark.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
And you've seen they've made numerous attempts to try to get him going. Shows how valuable he is to this offense.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Up their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triples.
Bagley with the ball. Westbrook picks him up. Poole no good.
I don't know how many shots he's missed this quarter, but they're going to have to find offense from someone else.
And Bryant throws it down hard.
And how fun is it watching Kobe take flight? His throwdowns are downright ridiculous.
Washington's gone 0-4 from three-point land to start out. Looking cold from outside. Pass to Kispert. And it's out of bounds. The Heat will take it the other way.
And while we got a chance, let's look at some numbers for Russell Westbrook. He's putting up about 17 points, almost 5.5 steals, then 4 assists. And you love his anticipation. All those steals, he's always a step ahead, reading plays before they develop.
I mean, high-level feel for the game. Allows him to gamble.
Connects again from distance.
His shooting has been something that we rarely see, and he's sustained it all year long.
Well, it's been an incredible journey for him as he moves closer and closer to second on the all-time three-point leaderboard. The great one's gotten all of his three-point attempts here, a perfect 4 for 4. They get a hand on it. Washington again turning it over. And a quick look at some of the numbers for Derrick Rose. And the Wizards going with a whole new group out there now. So it's Miami now. 4-3, Westbrook. Good, and the assist goes to Bryant. Westbrook's got 8 points.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those three-point attempts.
Shamet up top, guarded by Jordan. And here we go with Westbrook heading to the hoop by himself and finished off by Westbrook.
Westbrook is right on time and in great position on the fast break, making him the right option to finish the job.
Westbrook's gone 4 of 5 shooting from the field. To stop the drought, and it's Jones laying it in.
Jones.
They're making this a runaway.
And the only question for me right now is just how big the lead will eventually become. They just won't miss. I mean, this is incredible.
Good shooting can be contagious. You see the confidence running through this team right now.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
And out of bounds as the Heat gain possession. Feeds to Jordan. Three-pointer. And again, Miami with the triple.
And there are nights it really doesn't matter what you do defensively. MJ is going to score, and this is looking like one of those nights.
Count the basket.
One sign of a great playmaker, hitting his man in stride.
And so Westbrook will bring it up for the Heat. Jordan with the ball. Jones covering for the three. And Michael Jordan with the three. Jordan's got 20 points.
And when you get this kind of shooting from him, 100% from the field, they're going to be tough to beat.
Shamet on the wing. Back to Jones. Westbrook pulls it in. Westbrook's got 6 rebounds in the game. Here's the great one. Miami keeps it going. A new 14-second clock. Fires from deep. Good once again. That makes him 8 for 9 this game.
And those aren't the type of three-point opportunities that you can allow in the NBA.
Jones looking for an opening. Westbrook with the steal. And out of bounds as the Wizards gain possession. So it's Washington now. Pass to Vucevic. Dishes it to Jones. Got a piece of it. Unhindered, going all the way. Here's the great one, defended by Jones. The great one with the bucket. 24 points for him.
His shot making has been superb this quarter. He's taken over this game.
And another steal for him. And that's his 6th steal of the night.
Imposing his will at the defensive end.
Quick hands by Russell Westbrook, and he gets the play going.
Washington's gone 0-4 from three-point land to start out. Looking cold from outside. Jones against Westbrook. Pass to Vucevic. To halt the run. Got a piece of it. Jordan outside. Shoots over Shamet. What a play. Simply drains it in at the buzzer.
And give him credit. Good awareness of the time remaining.
That is situational basketball. It takes a good understanding and good execution.
And so it's the Miami Heat holding an unbelievable lead as the quarter wraps up. They've been playing some inspired defense, giving up very few easy points. We'll get right back to the action when we return. Welcome back, everyone. It's Noche Latina in the NBA as we resume action. And quite a position here for the Heat to be in. What do you guys think?
I know it's early, but all those three-pointers, boy, do they add up.
And that's their strategy. Try to overwhelm you. Try to put you in a hole you have to dig yourself out of.
So the Wizards 5 right now. They've got Landry Shamet, Rashawn Holmes out there with Avdia. And it's Vukcevic in at the 4. Oh, and the jam by Butler.
And the defensive IQ of Rose is impressive. Knows when to strike and pounce on steals.
Here's Koulibaly. He has yet to score. Wade brings the double team. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there.
It'll be a jump ball. Salto.
And Miami has possession. Here's the great one, guarded by Holmes. Wasted no time on that one.
I love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
I'm impressed with their intensity tonight. They came in focused and they've executed.
Here's Koulibaly. To the wing on the left. 6 on the shot clock. Washington calls timeout. Steve, there's a whole lot of young talent throughout the NBA, but which players to you stand out above the rest?
Kevin, there's the obvious ones like Luka Doncic, Jason Tatum, SGA, John Morant, and Anthony Edwards. They are consistently growing as players. I am keeping my eye on a guy like Evan Mobley. He could be an all-time great defender.
And we play just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. And it's Shamet missing.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
You know what another option is? Just give the ball up. Let someone else make a play.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Over to the wing. Right side Bagley. They need this, and the layup is up and in.
How about the persistence on the backboard? Love how hard Bagley works on the offensive glass. Wants to outwork everybody.
And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Here's the great one into the lane.
Explosive leaping ability allows him to play the 5, even though he's a little undersized.
And here's Avdia. No scoring in this one. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
The pass to Kuzma. And there it is for him.
Solid at fighting through contact. I like how Kuzma accepts these challenges and converts.
Good ball movement here by Miami. Rose. And finished off by Rose.
Oh, fantastic dunk. And he hangs around up there just for a little camera time.
Yeah, maybe he didn't want to land awkwardly. Who knows? But there he is, and we see it very clearly. Now, here's Shamet. He's covered by Rose.
What a defensive play. Gets the stop and does it without fouling.
Wade for 3. And the Heat, another 3.
Hey, it's not what he's known for. But every so often, Wade does pull up from deep.
And for Jimmy Butler. He's the type of player we know, Steve, that fills in the gaps wherever his team needs it.
Kevin, he's often the top scorer, defender, and playmaker for his team. His desire to win is unmatched. Jimmy Butler might be the most overlooked superstar in this league.
And it's Shamet missing.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Nazi, Jimmy Butler getting it done, showing off his handles. They are on display right there.
Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Avdia. He picked up 12 points in their last win against Charlotte.
And his rebounding was solid in that effort as well. He did a lot of work on the glass. All around it, just his effort level was off the charts.
Outside Rose for three. And again, Miami with the triple.
Derrick Rose, when he's in the outside shot, creates even more space for him to operate.
Now, here's Avdia. Hasn't made one yet. Here's the great one, and that one is stuffed right through.
They just won't miss. I mean, this is incredible.
Good shooting can be contagious. You see the confidence running through this team right now.
Passes to Bagley. To the paint to end the drought, and Butler sends it back.
What a read from Butler. He timed that shot perfectly. Get that out of here.
Corey Kispert's checked in for the Wizards. Poole comes in for Landry Shamet. Here's Kispert. Jimmy Butler with the rebound.
And they just can't find a way to end this thing. Nothing falling right now.
All you see is a lot of frustration. Someone needs to step up and make a play to turn this thing around.
Giannis will take on any defender. Nice finish that time.
Jimmy Butler.
Poole with it. They get it back. Pass to Kispert. Knocked away. Butler with the steal. There's Rose with the three. And the Heat, another three.
Shut out in the first quarter. He's heating up now. I like the aggressiveness.
Knocks it loose. Here's Koulibaly. Wade is covering. Outside, Bagley. Lock at 6. Here's Koulibaly. Nothing on the board. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. And Miami has possession. Their defense has only allowed 4 points in the quarter. And now we've got some time to check in from the sideline. You got for us, D.A.?
Thank you, Kevin. Now, Jordan Poole has more freedom to create than ever before. He said there's a small group of people who get that chance. You have to make the most of your opportunity and put yourself in position to be successful. I never want any moment to be too big. Kevin, the ball is in his court now.
Yep, just the way he wants it. All right, D.A., thanks so much. Near the three-point line, it's Wade. And the Heat get another bucket right there.
The shot-making ability of D. Wade, even closely guarded, he gets it done.
To the inside, Poole. Another miss, and they desperately need a bucket.
This is how it's been so far. He's missed every shot he's taken, and the team is suffering the consequences.
There's Rose with the three, and again, Miami with the triple.
Yeah, he's in such a great rhythm right now. Makes sense to get him the ball any way you can.
Let him decide whether to shoot it, whether to pass it. He's your catalyst right now.
Here's Koulibaly. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Pass to Poole. on the shot clock. Looking to end his cold spell. Miami grabs the miss. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. Here's the great one. Guarded by Poole. He gets it in there.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
The great one's gone 4 for 4 shooting tonight. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Poked away. Now, here's Poole. He's covered closely. Here's Bagley. Can't hit the free throw line jump.
He's doing what he can to help them cut into this lead. His shot just isn't quite there tonight.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And how about the attack there from Giannis inside, going right into the defense and still able to get the shot up.
The Heat have shot just 1 free throw earlier, 1 for 1 in the game. The first free throw is good.
I think what makes Giannis special is how uncomplicated he is. The man is just an incredible, pure athlete who simply loves the game of basketball. That's all there is to it.
Here's what Miami's going with right now. The great ones checked in. For the great one, Kobe comes in for Buck, and Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Rose. And the first time out of the game. Called for the Heat.
And coaches looking to seize every advantage, maximize every possession.
Critical part of the game. You have to be flexible. You have to be able to adjust what you're doing.
The great ones checked in for Miami. And both free throws good for Giannis. And it's Jones with the ball for the Wizards. Westbrook with the steal. In transition, here comes Miami. Antetokounmpo passes to the great one. Oh, he jams it right over Corey Kispert. Wow.
They just won't miss. I mean, this is incredible.
Good shooting can be contagious. You see the confidence running through this team right now.
Knocked loose. Stolen by Westbrook. Lets the 3 fly. And again, Miami with the triple.
The defense just couldn't match Westbrook's speed. He got ahead and took a nice J.
Westbrook against Jones. Westbrook with the steal. Wade outside. And again, Miami with the triple.
And he gives up some size on that play, but the defender fails to close the gap.
This is why you spend so much time devising ways to space the floor. If you can't, you don't get very far.
And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. Miami with the ball. And here's Bryant outside. Score it. His 3rd straight basket in 3 tries.
Their 3rd three-pointer in a row.
Jones against Westbrook. nabbing another steal. His anticipation has been off the charts.
Wiping the ball away with just such ease. Well, now that they've settled into this game, you can see the offense is firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, the reason why they made the adjustments they needed to make, they are executing.
It's tipped. And here again, the Heat in transition. Up the court they go. And Kobe throws it down hard.
He anticipated the play, and Kobe finished it on the other end.
Here's Jones. He's coming off a 16-point game against Charlotte. And there's the pass to Poole. Here's Vukcevic. Outside, Jones. Passes it to Holmes. 6 to shoot. And that comes off the assist by Jones. Holmes got his first bucket of the night.
Tyus Jones always put it in a spot where his teammate can fire right away.
Bryant the pass to Westbrook. From deep. It's good again, and the next one, 7 for 8 shooting night so far.
He's given a great lift to this offense tonight. Very, very efficient.
And a guy who's easy to trust, Smitty, running this offense, Tyus Jones.
He is completely unselfish, Kevin. He makes smart plays out there, knows when it's his time to score, and he's a second coach on the floor.
That one falls.
The assist, Vucevic.
107 left in the first half of the game. Bryant looking it over. Giannis passes to the great one. Yes, once again, it remains perfect. 6 attempts and 6 hits.
Of the two offenses here tonight, you can tell theirs is just a bit more in sync.
They've had better patience, better shot selection so far, but we still have a long way to go.
Here's Wade driving inside, and Wade slams it in.
A fluid ball handler at the off-guard position. Wade can carve you up.
There's 37 seconds left to play in the first half. Wade against Poole. Ball's knocked loose. It's stolen by Wade. And here's Bryant for 3. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
You know, guys, fast break points right now in their favor, and they're really pushing the tempo.
He swipes the ball away again.
And you got to be careful around him.
You know, Greg, he's been coming up with some incredible steals so far. Here's the great one. Uses both ends to slam it down.
He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Greg, he lures them into a trap on the steal, and then bang, straight to the bucket.
Great activity at both ends. Great teamwork as well.
And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. Miami ahead, running away with this one. We'll be back shortly live from Miami Arena.
Heat Youth Dance Team.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And what a show being put on here for the home fans tonight. I'm Ernie Johnson, along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Things were going Miami's way from the beginning. They ended up scoring 14 unanswered points, really doing damage early. The effort, the intensity, impressive. At the end of the first quarter, they found themselves way out on top. Then in quarter number 2, it was all hands on deck, and what a show it was. Quality execution, good efficiency, some tremendous defensive play. Helped them take a decisive advantage, and they're running away with this one. Kenny, let's start with you. What'd you think about the Heat?
Well, they built this lead in large part because of the sharpshooters off the bench. The subs played a superb game. Get it? Sub, superb. Oh, I'm rolling tonight. I mean, they played like starters.
And over to Shaq now. Your take on the Wizards.
The shooting percentage they allow was through the roof. The coach should absolutely be ripping into the defense effort. We need to take some pride on the other end. Just lock it in. Lock it in. Lock it in.
And that's going to do it for our halftime show, sadly. Third quarter about to start. See you again after the final.
Horn. Oh, buzzer.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. It's been one outstanding game from the great one.
Yeah, and early on, he has been feasting in the paint, and you have to think they're going to keep feeding the big fella.
Why go away from something that's working? Force the defense to prove that they can stop it.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. So with Wade on the bench, this is who Eric Spoelstra has on the floor. We've got the great one. Michael Jordan is up there with Russell Westbrook. Then it's Bryant. Here's the great one. That's good. And it's Kobe with the assist. Kobe's got 6 assists in the game.
No hesitation at all in transition, and they have a huge margin in that department.
Poole against Westbrook. Now, here's Poole. Defense is right there. Shot clock at 6. There's the 3. Out of bounds. Miami takes possession.
Miami ball.
As we get a break in the action now, let's take a look at the East and how the teams are stacking up. Take a look at the Heat. They've got their eye on the #1 seed as the season moves into the final stretch. Currently first place in the standings, and guys showing no signs of letting up. And of course, the Washington Wizards. Not really any threat right now as their record showing a lot more losses.
And you know, for the Wizards, they've got to make some changes at the end of the season. That much is clear. Not sure whether that goes for the coaches or the players or both, but something has got to change.
For me, the decision makers have a lot of tough choices to make.
Washington.
They also need to look in the mirror because they're the ones who assembled this team.
And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third. Pass to Kuzma. Now here's Kispert, guarded by Jordan. 4 on the clock. And here's Poole for 3.
I like when Russ uses his athleticism on defense. Get that shot out of here.
And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Well, overall, they're the team getting the better looks here in this second half.
For them, the first half was maybe more of a filling out process. Now it's winning time.
Poole the pass to Bagley. Pass to Kispert. Tipped away. Kobe with the steal. Now here's Kobe, the fast break opportunity. Takes the 3. And the Heat, another 3.
And still perfect in the second half. 4 straight banks.
Westbrook against Poole to stop the run. Kicks to Kispert. The wide open look here for Kuzma. The Wizards with another miss.
That's a big donut, folks, here. Start the second half. 4 straight they've missed.
Here's the great one, and he uses both hands to jam it in.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
It's been tremendous job of play calling and execution. They just continue to increase this lead.
Ball's knocked loose. And here we go with Westbrook heading to the hoop. The finish. Now that's how to finish the break. Throw down with 45.
Hey, whatever adjustments they made at halftime, they are working to perfection.
What it was, they are getting better shots, which has gotten them into a rhythm, and they're knocking down everything.
And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here.
Jump ball. Salto.
And Miami has possession. Here's the great one, defended by Bagley. Here's the great one, and the shot goes down. The great one's got 9 points in the quarter.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Here's Avdia, and he banks in the layup.
Well, you need to start somewhere. After 4 straight misses this half, let's see if this gets them going.
There's the pass to the great one. And the Heat get another bucket right there.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Outside, Bagley. Knocked away. And stolen by Jordan. Throws down the breakaway jam.
A good job there. Jordan getting them in transition, and he does so much. You almost forget how dominant he can be defensively.
Here's Poole. Still scoreless. They get a hand on it. Jordan outside. Westbrook passes to the great one. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. One on Kisper.
Personal foul. First team foul.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown so far for Miami.
They've been lights out from three-point land in this one. The defense hasn't been effective at stopping them, so they have just stuck with the game plan.
And, you know, another thing that's really been working for them tonight is the mid-range. That they're having no problem finding shots in that area.
Wizards making a switch here. That one falls, so he hits both of them. For Washington, they've gone only 1 of 5 from the field since halftime. A very slow start offensively. And it's blocked. They recover it. Passes it to Abdia. This one for 3. And it's Jordan with the rebound. Jordan's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Pass to Westbrook. Here's the great one. That's good, and so Westbrook comes up with the assist. Westbrook's got 5 assists tonight.
And what a great start to the second half. They've hit everything they've looked at thus far.
Washington's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Here's Koulibaly, defended by Jordan. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Here's the great one, and he's got 41.
They just won't miss. I mean, this is incredible.
Good shooting can be contagious. You see the confidence running through this team right now.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
It's stolen by Bryant. Pass to the great one. And down it goes. Dunk through off a wonderful assist.
The assist going to Bryant. Kobe's been improving on that facet of his game.
They're struggling to keep up.
And we'll see if they can turn things around, Kevin, on this trip.
And another steal for him.
He's making history, tied for 3rd most steals in a single game.
Incredible tenacity. He continues to hound the ball. The 3 ball. The great one with the bucket. The great one's got 48.
How about his aggressiveness from 3? He caught fire in the first half. Now hits his 2nd one since the break. He's a bad, bad man.
Here's Kuzma. It's deflected.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game. A one-man show offensively, and that's almost always good news for his team.
So far, we've seen them be a bit careless with the ball.
Simply put, out of control is how they've played thus far. They're going to have to reel it in and show some more discipline.
Abdia, the pass to Kuzma. And it's blocked. And another fast break chance here for the Heat. Here we go.
Well, they've won the battle of transition buckets, and those easy points have helped them build this lead.
It's such an advantage when you can get out and run and get a good look before the defense can set up.
Shamet, the pass to Abdia. And here is Shamet. Looking at his numbers, he averages a bit over 9 points a game. The pass to Bryant. Heat moving the ball around. Here's the great one, defended by Bagley. Here's the great one, and good. There's another.
And this game has his name written all over it.
Greg, he's been phenomenal in offensive onslaught. Miami shooting the 6th attempt at the free throw line tonight.
19. 1.
One shot.
Washington's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third, still 0 for 3. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. If you ask around, the NBA is in a great place. Two-time league MVP Nikola Jokic said, "We are witnessing some crazy talent in the league. I mean, everyone. Everyone. They work on their game. The talent around the league is amazing, and I only think it's going to be better and better." Kevin?
Yeah, David, you and I agree the league is in a very good place right now. And thanks for the report. In the corner, Holmes with it. Passes to Shamet. Here's Koulibaly. They could use a bucket. He can't get that one to fall.
Woo, blown opportunity right there. Won't get many chances easier than that one.
It's stolen by Jones. He takes it in. That's tipped. Here's the great one. Non-stop scoring machine here.
With a one-hand tomahawk, guys, somebody's going to get their feelings hurt.
Yeah, they got the entire bench up right there as they saw that and out of their chairs. Jones against Westbrook. Now here's Jones. He's guarded closely. Nabbing another steal.
And he has been an absolute thief on the floor. Another steal.
Greg, that swipe puts him tied for second all-time for most steals in a game. What a defensive effort from him.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And the Wizards with possession. Knocks it loose. He swipes the ball away again.
He's been a defensive terror all night long.
I've never seen anything like it. And he's actually tied the record for the most steals in a game. It's been a pretty tough stretch for them.
And this will be an important possession. It's really essential. They put a stop to this run, and the best way to do it is by great execution.
Here's the great one, and another basket for Miami.
And you look at it, 8 of the last 10 points they've given up here coming in transition.
Here's Holmes, and it's Miami with the rebound. Outside Jordan. Here's the great one, guarded by Holmes. Count that one. 67 points for the great one.
It's just hard to believe that someone can perform at such a high level. They've got to thank him for this lead.
In the corner, Holmes with it. From beyond the arc. He can't hit that time. And so Westbrook will bring it up for the Miami Heat. They've only allowed 2 points so far here in the second half.
They just won't miss. I mean, this is incredible.
Good shooting can be contagious. You see the confidence running through this team right now.
And another steal for him.
He's stolen his way into the record book.
A new single-game high, GA for steals. And the basket is good.
Yeah, these defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside. And the stop and play, guys, giving the home crowd a chance to just cheer on is incredible.
And Greg, he's earned it. You don't get all those steals without expending a huge amount of energy.
He is picking the ball right and left. Incredible anticipation. The quick hands, I can't imagine anyone doing it better.
And here's a list of players that have been coming through for their team on both ends of the floor. The point guards with the most steals over the course of the last month. Derrick Rose, number 1. Russell Westbrook is second.
And not only are these players tremendous at picking a ball handler's pocket, but as terrific point guards, they also know how to jump into passing lanes and get a steal or deflection that way as well.
What I love about it, these guys are dialed in defensively. That's the game plan for these guys. Defensive mindset first.
To end the run, here's Koulibaly. Bryant defending.
Well, he's put up zeros for an entire quarter. Not the way you try to get back into this ball game.
The great one passes to Bryant. Fires the 3. And got it! Another basket.
And he's been dominant here thus far.
Shouldering the offense, GA really taking it to the opposition. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. The kick out to Westbrook.
Now 3 seconds. Wizards ball.
Corey Kisper's checked in for the Wizards. Poole comes in for Landry Shamet. Washington's gotten off to a very slow start from three-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4. Jones the pass to Holmes. Out left to the wing. Down low. Miami grabs the miss. The great one's got 4 rebounds now tonight. He got it up. And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. Heat out front, opening up a huge gap. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the fourth quarter of action when we return.